Court Square. This is Highway 15. We're headed north, just north of WCSA radio station. I believe we're fixing to come up on the Channel Bridge. Over to your right is a new addition to First Monday. Here's the Channel Bridge. Right, we're making about 40 miles an hour here. Partly cloudy. Didn't get a real good picture here today. And momentarily we'll be coming up on First Monday, the site of home of First Monday. Over to your right, where I believe roughly 40,000 people over a 3-day weekend conjugate. There are some of the buildings. Of course, this is not the First Monday weekend, but look, everything's vacant out there today. And looks like we got the camera pointed over toward the right. There's the mirror of the car. Coming up on Fairview Grocery. And let's see, there'll be your co-op on the right. Okay. Looks like I had the zoom lens zoomed out. It looks like a way into the distance to the old cotton compress up on the left here. See it up on your left there, the old cotton compress, which is just an eyesore this day and time. No longer used to store cotton. There's the city limits of Ripley. And the old compress on the left. And I guess pretty soon here the skating rink over on the right. Still some more of the old compress, and I guess Bluebell coming up momentarily over on the left. And I guess this is a skating rink on the right we're fixing to come up to, going pretty slow here, it looks like. Pretty soon we'll be coming to the junction of the old Pontotoc and old Pontotoc Road and Buena Vista Road and Highway 4. Over to your left is where the old Chevrolet place used to be. Over to your right, Gee Whiz, one of the Gee Whizzes. And over to the right, which you can't see, is the South Tippa High School. I believe it's having a ball game there today, the day this was taken. And let's see, I believe that'll be Griffin's over on your right. And coming up here, let's see, there's G&S Auto Parts on the left, a Dixie Machine Shop. And I believe in the foreground on the left will be Western Auto. And looks like Nancy's pulling over into the left lane to make a left turn onto Walnut Street. Okay, looks like she got it here. Coming around here, and we should see Radio Shack here momentarily. There, where we go right there. Didn't get much of it. The old former co-op building there. And coming on up to South Commerce, looked like we had the camera pointed toward the sky instead of where it should have been. Anyway, making a right on, I believe this is Commerce. The Dixie Theater up here on the right. Will you recognize it or not? But Dixie Theater, and we're coming on across, don't really know my streets here. Nancy's will be over on your right. You can see Hillman Hopper there in the foreground. We'll make a left turn here around the square. Okay, we're fixing to make a left. Hillman Hopper, the Pangrove Building, Van Atkins now, the barber shop, and TXI radio station, the bank on the corner. There's Renfro's Cafe on the corner there. I guess from North Main, and I guess Firestone and what all down through here. But anyway, gonna make another loop around the square here, one-way traffic around the square. Okay, there's the corner. I guess that'd be Smith's. The City Drug, Ripley Drug, and the Kenwins. See the Dixie Theater over on your right. Play Reed's old building there, and next to Nancy's Hardware. And the Southern Sentinel will be on the far right on the corner. I believe we'll switch the camera over to the left. Try to get a view of the courthouse. I think we instead get missing Nancy's there. But anyway, we tried to get it over and get part of the courthouse area, the old statue out on the east side. And there's the north side of the courthouse. Can't tell too much about it. Fixing to make a left and head back south on South Main, and you might see the west side of the courthouse. Okay, we're pointing down South Main here now. If you look over to your left, you can see Fred's. Fred's discount store coming up on the stop, or momentarily on the stop sign at the junction of, I forget this street here, the Methodist Church across the way. We're going to take a right. We'll take a right here. There's a Methodist Church. Take a right, and down on your right you'll see Freeman Lumber Company as we cross the railroad track. Okay, crossing the railroad track at Freeman's, and headed on over to the junction of Highway 4. Okay, coming up on the stop sign of Highway 4, where we're going to make a left here. I think we was detained here a few seconds, and I just had the camera pointing straight ahead, so you won't see too much here for the next few seconds. Getting out here, taking a left on Highway 4, the Dead Man's Curve. Getting on around it. Okay, we're headed on out Highway 4. Highway 4 west. Okay, we're back on here now, I believe. We're headed out 4 west. And we're going to take a turn to the left. I believe it's on South Wine Street. Down here at the, where you see the car, Roten's old store on the right, which is, as Roten still runs. We're taking a left off of Highway 4 onto, I believe it's South Line Street. Okay, we're headed roughly south now, I guess, to the first 4-way stop. And when we get down to the 4-way stop, we'll be taking a right on to the old Blue Mountain Road. I believe we can see the stop sign coming up on the right, which we are going to take a right. And we're headed back west. Ethel Jameson be over on the left here. Also Reuben McBride. and fixing to go down through a little holler here up on as we top the hill up here. On the right will be Dr. Martindale, the optometrist here in Ripley. I don't think we'll get too much of a view of his home. There's some of it you can see over on your right. There's a big low rental subdivision over on the left. Just as we round the curve to the left over on the right will be the home of Dave Richardson. And let's see, over on the right, I don't think you can see it, it'll be the home of Randy Fortier. And in the foreground, you can see the home of David and Scarlett Richardson. And unable to see over on the left is the home of Bart Conley. A little log cabin back out in the woods, which we didn't see. But there's Scarlett and David's home. We're on a dirt road, a gravel road here. Soon be to the QTH. We've got to round a little curve and take a right. If you'll notice, just as we go into this curve, we'll meet a oncoming car here. Just almost. There we are, right there. Okay, as we round this curve, we take a sharp left back onto Palmer Road off of Old Blue Mountain Road. And start up the hill here. And over on the right, here's the QTH. Fixing to pull into the drive of the QTH. Okay, making a sharp right up a little steep drive. There's a QTH. Can't tell too much about it.